Hey you guys, before I start the video, I want to give a special shout out to JJ Got Dropped, who's seen my logo in the bathroom or the restroom in Cordele, Georgia. He and his family is doing some traveling right now. So he left Walmart and they at the gas station. They stopped, but he doesn't live here. So I'm giving a special shout out to Justin Arrega. I'm sorry if I didn't say your name right, bro. But I appreciate the love, appreciate the shout out, man. And like always, thank you guys for watching.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
Y'all, I done got pulled over by the Georgia State Patrol for... I ain't even sure what I got pulled over for. I think he said for black smoke, for rolling coal, and what I got pulled over for?
He said something about spending time.
He said I was rolling coal and I spent my tire, which I really didn't. My truck, the turbo sounded like.
And then he said so they heard you 100 blocks away.
Yeah, and he heard me several blocks away.
Maybe 100 blocks from the other door.
So I'm just confused, like. That's crazy. I'm talking about, I am surprised. I am shocked.
I'm gonna use the word, I am applauded.
I am appalled. Yo, when I say I am appalled by this, I am appalled. Like, I'm just really just trying to take some tools back home. And that's the only thing I'm trying to do is take some tools back. And I just got pulled over by the State Patrol for that right there, for doing this. Sorry, I'm a mirror dude. But I think his name is Trooper Hardage.
Hardage or Harper too?
I think it's Hardage. Taking forever.
One hour later.
Y'all, I feel like SpongeBob, man. 1 hour later. Like, I'm still... like, yeah. I'm so lost.
I heard that dope sound about 3 times.
Like, he coming for real this time, I think.
Alright, so I'm going to give you a warning for land drag and a warning for your vehicle lift being over 3 inches.
No, give me a ticket. Give me a ticket for that.
You want a ticket?
Yeah, I don't take one.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Your lift?
Oh, yeah, he said my lift being over 3 inches. I'm gonna ask him, like, how can you figure that out?
So you can't have a lift over 3 inches?
I guess not. Okay, so you guys, so basically, what's going on now is, you see I cut him off apparently, but who cares? He basically said that my lift kit is above 3 inches, so I'm not really sure at what point did he measure because he never measured my vehicle. And on top of that, he was gonna write me a warning for lane drag. But as I just explained to my buddy here, whenever you get pulled over, do not take warnings for anybody, because at that point, when you receive a warning for anything, you're basically giving up your rights to fight that in court. So basically, I drive trucks and I have a CSA score, so that's just basically just gonna be on my license for however long, you know. So it's just like one of those things that you just try not to never take a warning for, because I mean, lane drag, that's probably one of the things that probably get your license suspended actually. So back to him with this right here. So it'd be like another 3 hours before he gets here because he's so slow on the job or whatever.
Step out of the vehicle for me.
You said what now?
Maybe step out of the vehicle. All right, so I'm issuing 3 citations. The first citation is for that December 2019 decals. We'll say December 2020. Citation is because you have not put that decal on there yet. The next citation is for your vehicle lift being over 2 inches. Stock Super Duty is not over my head. And also because your exhaust was heard from a loud distance away and you were blowing black smoke for a pretty far distance as well.
So what's the code? Okay, hold on. So you said now the first one is what now?
For that December 19 sticker.
Okay, so it is current. Okay, then what's the second one?
It's for your vehicle lift.
Okay, so how
you
do
can
you
only alter a suspension 2 inches.
Okay, so how do you, what's the stock requirement? 'Cause I haven't seen you measure anything.
I know that a stock Super Duty is not
So
over
you're
my
going
head.
by your knowledge and not what's actually in your law enforcement book.
Okay. When you go to court, I'm sure you will. We can measure it then.
Okay.
The next citation is for your vehicle exhaust being heard from from a far distance away, and also you blowing smoke at the red light back there.
So that's a enforcement for Georgia is smoke, like
Yes,
truck
sir.
smoke. So how do you know it's not in bad
Exhaust
condition?
requirements.
So how do you know it's not in bad condition for the smoke?
If it's in bad condition, that's still in violation of Georgia law because your vehicle should be in proper working condition.
Cordele is not an inspection area though.
It's not.
So how do you know? So how
The
can you
state
write
of
me a
Georgia,
citation?
this is not for inspection. This is regular vehicle exhaust requirements.
Okay, but you're saying for regular vehicle exhaust requirements. So if it's not a requirement, like, okay, if I stayed in Atlanta, which I'm pretty sure you know enforcement for all over Georgia. If I stayed in Atlanta, when I got my registration for my truck, I would have to get it inspected, right? So when they get it inspected, they would check the exhaust particles and they would check the loudness of the vehicle, right? So with Cordele not being an inspection area, so how is that possible for you to write a ticket for that?
I heard your exhaust from a far distance away and you were blowing smoke.
I mean, if you match your gas, I can hear your exhaust too. I'm just confused on it.
All right, so the sign is not an admission of guilt. It's only saying you did receive a copy and that I did explain it to you. Your court date is Tuesday, July 14th, 2020. If you choose to go to court, you can go to court on that date. If not, you can pay the fines ahead of time. I have 3 citations for you.
Can you hold my phone while I do it?
No, I'm not on the phone.
Appreciate it. So how many tickets do you give out for lifted trucks?
Several.
Really? Where are you from? What area are you from? Do you patrol?
Work here. Here's your 3 copies and your driver's license back.
All right.
Drive safe.
Appreciate it. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, I really don't care. Cause get what? I'm finna come through and do the same thing again. Now that's exhaust. That's exhaust. Alright, you can cut it off.